What about it? In today's video, we're on our last spring lawn renovation of the year. What's happening, Jason?
We've picked the biggest garden we could find.
And we're going to do some levelling. Now this is about the only time that I'd recommend scalping the lawn, so as you can see those humps and hollows underneath the grass. So behind me, Jason's doing the aeration. For any beginners watching that, if you're new to the channel, thanks very much. Don't forget to smash the like button. We do the aeration because it lets air down into the soil and it helps an exchange of gases. Plus, it helps encourage the grass roots to grow deeper down into the soil. So the lawns that we're going to be working on today is actually this one. This is the important one. I know it's quite small, but they sit in their two chairs there and I want to look up at a nice lawn. Don't blame them. Who doesn't like a nice lawn? So this one here is just getting done as a bit of a bonus. We're not going to be trying to level that one. There's a bit of a rise where the washing line sits. You can't see that. So it's really just this one that we want to get leveled today. The main reason we're doing it today is really just to help get the seeds off to a good start. So it's going to help create some lines in the soil that the seed can fall down into, because as you can see, there's not very much thatch coming out of the lawn. Let's get it read up, shouldn't take too long. So here's a question that comes up all the time in the videos, because we're about to do the seeding next. So we do the seeding and then we top dress over the top of it. And a lot of people say to me, Robbie, why do you do that? Why don't you just do the seeding afterwards? Now, chances are we're going to put down a good heavy dose of top dressing here, and it might be counterproductive in this case. However, most of the time, the seed, whenever we scarify with the petrol tools, now if you're using electric tools or a cheap petrol scarifier, you might not be able to do what we do, but we create lines in the soil. So the seed falls down into those lines, and as the garden grows back to normal, those lines close over and it gives the seed somewhere safe to grow. If we were to put the seed down, if we were to do the seed after we do the top dressing, then you're pressing all those little lines in and you're not going to get the same effect. We bought this little tool for a video on how to fertilise your lawn. We've actually found it to be really useful. It's a battery operated fertiliser spreader. Now we're going to see for the first time. Go ahead, Jason. Can we use it for seeding lawns? Look at that. Now, if you want to help support the channel, I'll leave a link to where you can buy that tool down in the video description. So the seeds I'm using today is Boston seeds. Now this is a dwarf rye and a fescue. Now if you live in Northern Ireland, they probably can't send it to you. It costs so much money to plants these days have to have their own passport. And then here's the soil that we're going to be using. We use this in all our videos. This is really good for seeding soil or for seeding lawns. That's what it's designed for. It's heat treated, so you know whenever you put it on, it's going to be weed free and it gets the seeds off to a really good start. We've managed to bring the lawn look with us this time.
The right one this time.
In last week's video, we didn't have it with us. This is another tool we bought off Amazon. This has been really good. We paid about £60 for this. I think it's a bit more now, but we found it to be really good. Job. Jason, you're getting a bit ahead of yourself. We need some soil first, mate.
We're going to do this the old-fashioned way now. Dump it out and push it out with the lute.
Hard to see on camera, but there's a bit here, so we're going to take some of that because we don't want to raise that bit up too much, but we're going to pull that over and put it into here where my foot is. So let me see. So here you can see Jason's foot sitting a bit beneath this paving, so it'll be a good chance just to bring it up a bit so it's a bit more level with that paving. So what I would say about a job like this is, anytime you do it, you always end up using far more soil than what you first think. It always never fails to amaze me just how much soil you can use in a small project like this. But you wouldn't buy a ton bag, because a ton bag would be far too much, and then where would you put it? So that's why we work from these wee bags all the time, because it just makes our life so much easier. So there, whenever you have a look with the rake, you could just use a plank if you didn't have a rake, but you can see we can get our fingers just in underneath that. So we'd like to build that up a bit. So this is definitely one of those occasions where putting down the seed first maybe wasn't the best idea, but we still have the top of the lawn. So where we are up here, take a run up here, we're not putting down too much soil here, but we've walked all over the top of it, and we're not gonna do any more stuff here, but we're putting stuff down here. But before you start the job, you don't always know exactly how much soil you're going to need and how much you're going to cover. So that's why it's good to get the soil down beforehand, even if you end up using too much, because this bit here is definitely going to need to be seeded, but that's just the way it goes. So we'll have a wee bit of a pile here left over, that we're just because we're on our last bag. But Jason, what's happening now?
The two-step shuffle.
The Premier Lawn Shuffle. So your feet is weight enough to trample or compact in soil, especially this deep. This isn't very deep, so this soil. So while Jason seeds this, let's have a chat about watering your lawn. Really important whenever you put down new grass that you water it. Best time to water your lawn is first thing in the morning. The best way to do that, I'll show you now. This little tip will save you so much hassle. Best time to water is 6 o'clock in the morning. Get a timer off Amazon and put it onto your tap and set your timer for 6 o'clock in the morning and water your lawn then. That's the best time to water your lawn. If this really good weather continues, well then you might have to water during the day as well, but watering in the morning is absolutely key.
And to get the rake back out, so we get good seed to soil contact.
The most important thing whenever you're going to seed your lawns, good seed to soil contact. So just a nice light rake. Now you could also just use your feet if you wanted, or alternatively you could run a heavy roller lawnmower up it, but we find it just as easy just to give it the touch with the rake. So with 2 more tasks left, time to grow some carpet. Next we've got some I Grow carpet fertiliser, which is my own brand of fertiliser. Go ahead, Jason. I'll leave a link down below if you want to buy that to help support the channel. On to the home straight now, putting on the iron and the seaweed. So again, this is my own product if you want to support the channel. Seaweed's really good to put onto a new lawn. It's full of growth hormones, but that's it. So this is the last spring lawn renovation of the year.